A lot of people don't realize that there's a large degree of seasonality in the real estate market. And there's some huge advantages that you can get as a buyer by putting in offers and moving forward with a home purchase during the fall and winter season. We're going to break it all down in today's training. Hi, it's Robert Weinberg, and on this channel we help individuals to achieve freedom through expert mortgage and financial strategies. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit the bell and also click the subscribe button, and you'll be sure to get notified on all of our future content. So in today's lesson, I want to talk about the home buying opportunities that you have putting offers and moving forward with a home purchase in the fall and the winter season of the year versus the spring and summer. So most people are aware that the spring and summer are absolutely the hottest time of year to buy a home, but there's some big advantages to going against the grain, so to speak, and looking at properties and moving forward when there's not as much competition, and that's during the fall and winter. So timeline-wise, you can look at the seasons, but as far as months, typically around March or April, things start heating up, and then right around that September time, as we get into the fall, things start sizzling down, so to speak, or cooling down. So the reason why is that home sales are typically done by people that have families. And a lot of these families don't want to move in the middle of the winter. And kids go back to school around that August-September timeline. So if you look in the fall and winter, you're going to find that there's less people looking at homes. And who really wants to go out in the middle of the winter when there's snow shoveling that needs to be done? There's ice, there's snow falling. It's not really an attractive time to be running around to open houses and that sort of thing. So there's typically a lot less competition. Now, just because of supply and demand in normal market economics, when supply exceeds demand, prices fall. So historically speaking, prices are normally going to be lower in that fall and winter timeline versus that spring and summer timeline, again, because of that supply and demand. Also, you're going to find that sellers are very motivated during the fall and winter timeline, a lot more motivated than they are at other seasons because of the fact that there's less buyers, they have less people looking at the house, so they're a lot more willing to negotiate with you. They might even be willing to throw some money in towards closing costs or negotiate down to that lower price point that you were hoping for. Something that drives a lot of the motivation is, at least in the Northeast US or Midwest, you've got the winter housing expenses. So you've got oil heat or gas heat. This is going to add to the expenses that a seller would need to have in the winter. Even if they have electric heat, the bills are going to be higher in the winter than they are in other months. Also, you've got these snow plowing and other type of expenses that a home seller and a current homeowner is going to incur by keeping that property. So every month that property sits on the market without being sold, that's money coming out of the seller's pocket that they have to pay for that snow plowing, snow removal, shoveling, etc. So it's going to make them a lot more motivated to accept an offer and make a deal with you. You're going to have less multiple offers. So especially in these really hot markets, there's a lot of multiple offers coming in. You might be one offer out of 10, 15, or even 20 plus in some areas, but you're not going to have that same issue when it comes to the fall and more even so into the winter home buying season because, again, of supply and demand. And last but not least is motivation from your realtor. So as we've talked about in other lessons, it's really important to have an expert realtor on your side when it comes to buying a home and navigating that process. So because there's less buyers out there, you're going to get more attention from your realtor. They're going to be able to help you that much more, show you more properties, and do a lot more thorough negotiation because they just have less clients to deal with. So naturally, they're going to be able to give you more of their undivided attention. So I hope that this has been of help to you. I hope you'll share this with others, and I hope you'll leave your comments below. You can follow me on social media on all my channels, and feel free to reach out via private message, call, or text if I can be of assistance to you or anyone you know. Talk to you soon.